Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rider Ramblings. It was very nice at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. It's getting a bit cloudy now. Bit of a pity, never mind. She's gone. She's gone. That's the news. The Deauville has been sold. I got the price I was looking for her. It was actually quite surprising because I'd put the large lids up for sale on 𝗪𝗵𝗲𝗿𝗏. We don't really use eBay in France. We tend to use 𝗪𝗵𝗲𝗿. And chappie had bought them and came to pick them up, and we were in the garage and the Deauville was there, so he said, "Are you selling it?" I said, "Yes." So we came to a price. I hadn't actually advertised it. I was still doing bits and pieces. I explained to him everything that I knew that was wrong with her. I told him that it had an I showed him the full service history of the bike, of which there were 5. Now that I look at them, there were 5 which were not done by Honda in total, but that was that. And he was very pleased. Didn't argue at all, so I might have even got a few hundred euros more out of him, I don't know. But she's gone to northwest Paris and will probably be used for dispatching courier work, probably. I'm not sure on that, but that's what I got the impression. But I mean, that's probably, if you're going to sell something like a Deauville in Paris or London or whatever, that's probably what it's going to end up as, either that or a commuting motorcycle on that. So yes, she's gone. This was about 2 weeks ago, and the reason you haven't heard from me from 2 weeks is I've been in Englandshire. I've been in Englandshire. And that's another story for another video. So yes, I found 1 or 2 bits and pieces that I haven't been from the Deauville. So I shall be putting those on. Ooh, it's a bit windy. I shall be putting that on 𝗪𝗵𝗲𝗿 soon. There's, if anybody is interested, there is a possibility I could bring them over in the end of August, but now that we're no longer part of the EU, there's customs duties and all sorts of pain and angst in transferring or sending things outside of the EU, so it'd probably be better waiting for that. So I've got a set of the interior bags for the panniers. I have used them. I've used them on a number of occasions, so they're not 100% perfect. In fact, I think if I remember rightly, one of the pull tabs has been replaced on the zip. It's still, it's functional. It's a completely new pull tab, so it's fully functional. And so there's nothing wrong with it. Don't know what price. I had a quick look on eBay UK last night, and they were sort of saying 45 quid for the pair. So probably look at about 40 quid if anybody's interested for the pannier liners. I think that's the the actual name for them. Yeah. So it's a bit of a surprise opening the garage door now, not to see two motorcycles. There's only the one, which is definitely a bit of a surprise and a bit of a shock. But she'd done exactly 199,500 kilometers. I'll put that in miles below. I've got it somewhere. So yes, that was an exact amount, the old Deauville. So yes, oh yes, well I remember, there was, I did explain to him that the rear suspension was a bit soft before he bought it, and I also explained that the battery wasn't charging. I did charge it up so that it was fully charged when he picked it up, and he actually brought a new battery with him just in case, so he was fully well aware that the battery was not in 100%, and I still got, as I say, the money that I wanted for her. I think he was quite impressed that virtually all the work had been done, and there were no other obvious problems, as I say, than those two that I knew about, and he was fully informed of. Still trying to cancel the insurance. The insurance company, you think the insurance companies in the UK are bad. The insurance companies in France are, how can I put it? It's nearly impossible to cancel insurance in France. You can if you scrap the bike or you sell it, but they're still very, very difficult about it, and you've got to provide reams and reams and reams of information to prove that you've actually sold it, even though when you do sell it, it's now all done online. It's you do the transfer of the V5, which in France is called the 𝗘𝗀𝘁𝗄𝗃. It's all done online, and I sort of fill out a bit online, and then he fills out a bit online, and then I fill out another bit online, and we say yes, that's it, it's verified, and they give you a document. Well, they send you a document which has the details on, including the date and the time that this was all done. I don't know how you do it in the UK now. I mean, the last time I did it was you tore a bit off the V5 and gave it to the other person and sent it back. We still actually have to give the 𝗘𝗀𝘁𝗃, the V5, to the other person, but you draw a couple of lines through it and then write 𝗠du, and then the date and the time of sale on it, and then sign it, so that when he hands it over to the gendarmes, if necessary, it's got all that information in full on it, as well as this other document which he has a copy of that you get. So it was all relatively painless. You can do it on a phone, but it's easier to do it on a computer. But yeah, it's all, as I say, relatively painless to do. So that's it, she's gone. I'm not feeling quite as bad as I thought I would. after 14 years and 199,500 kilometres. I thought I would be... but I had spent nearly 6 months sort of preparing for this. I did know in January that this was coming, at the beginning of January, so I was aware that this day was coming. Never mind. Am I going to buy another bike? Well, for the moment, no, because I'm very, very happy with this bike, actually. It's a superb motorcycle, absolutely superb. And I can't speak too highly of her. The weight is the only problem. She is a bit heavier than the Deauville. So moving them around, or moving her around, is a little bit more difficult, as I found out when I was in Englandshire, but that's for another video. And apart from that, she's absolutely excellent. I had a really good trip. Oh dear, what have we got here happening? Oh, we've got the they're preparing for the... Oh no, that's what I don't need. Oh, it's not Chili's. It's not gravel. Chili's. They're preparing for the Olympics. And, how can I put this? Yes, we'll leave it at that. Anyhow, so that's the news. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.